Hey students, this video is going to be about how to access the Gallup Clifton StrengthsFinder 34, a lot of names, it's all the same, and how to leverage it and use it as part of your career strategy. I've taken a ton of these different types of personality tests. I've done Enneagram, I've done Myers-Briggs, Indigo, a whole litany of them. And let me just tell you, I think StrengthsFinder is by far the most affordable as well as beneficial, because it really takes your personality type and strengths and puts it into that more career, business, projected out into an industry type perspective. And it's also very fair. It not only shows you all the great positives about your strengths, but also what are some negative side effects or consequences, the shadow of the strength, so to speak, that you might experience in your career. So a lot of really amazing insights from this test, career strengths test. So let's dive in and figure out how to do it. Okay, first thing, if you're going to go to store.gallup.com up here at the top, store.gallup.com, you're going to not click this one. This is like the full version. We don't need the full version. We just want the top 5. So what we're actually going to do here is we're going to go to books. And this is the required text for the class, so to speak. And you have the choice here of doing the hardcover or the ebook. Either is fine. Same price either way. So go ahead, I'm going to click the ebook because most students do end up purchasing the ebook. Just a note on this, it is not a PDF, okay? It is an EPUB, which there are tons of apps on your phone and on the computer that can read EPUB, but you will have to download those separately. I use Adobe Digital Reader as or Digital Editions, I believe is what it's called. Yes, Adobe Digital Editions. And that's what I use to read it. So just take that into account. If you're like, I don't want to mess with that, then just buy the hard book. Both come with an access code, which you'll need to take the test. So whichever one you prefer to do. Okay, so what we're going to do here, we're going to ebook. We're going to click add to cart. Check out. This is really important, okay? Really, really important. You need to create an account, okay? You need to create an account. Do not do the guest account. It won't work. Trust me, especially for the ebook. Do not create guest account. Nope, 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 nope. Do create a new account. So we're going to click up here. We're going to create an account, and you're going to fill this out. Okay, once you filled out the information, I'm doing one for my wife. She wanted to take the test, so we're going to fill it out for her. So once you fill it out, go ahead and click next. They're going to email you an access code. We're all pretty familiar with this. So go ahead, open up your email, look for an email from Gallup, and you'll get an access code that you can plug in here. Okay, so once you've finished verifying, sometimes it bugs out a little bit and it'll say error or something. Doesn't bug out. It should take you to this page where you can check out, purchase the book, fill out all your details, all that stuff. If it does bug out, just log back in to your account and add the ebook into your shopping cart and then go through the normal checkout process, okay? Now, make sure you click personal purchase here. We want to make sure that that is there. We want to fill out all this information as, relevant to you, put in a credit card. Okay, now this is where things might get a little tricky for some people, okay? You see this here, you get your order number, you get your email confirmation, and it says your digital materials are ready to redeem and use on Gallup Access, okay? So if you click this, how to redeem, go to code management, okay? So if we click on this, it should show up right here, okay? If it does not, that means that along the way, the ebook did not get linked to your account, okay? If this happens, here's what you need to do. All right, so you're going to go to your email, and you should receive a thank you for your purchase email up here at the top, okay? You're going to scroll down, and you're going to click Code Management. Visit Code Management. You're going to log in with your credentials that were there, and you're going to have to fill out this information, okay? So you're going to put student, you're going to put UVU, there you go. You're going to have some security questions, And I'm not going to obviously show you those. And then you're going to click on register. And once you do that, you should see this down here. Okay, that's your ebook. Okay, now the way that you get access to the test, okay, is well, hang on. Before I get ahead of myself, there's one more thing. If this didn't work, if this troubleshooting thing didn't work, let me show you one other email you need to look for. Okay, so if those two things didn't happen, if you didn't get the linking thing email that you click verify and then you create that account, you create those security questions and it doesn't show up at the bottom, you don't have that yet, there's one other email they'll send you and it's called action required. Okay, up here at the top, action required. That's the subject of the email. And again, it's sent by support and it says, thank you for your purchase, your order is now available. You'll click this, you'll sign into your account, do the same thing I showed you previously, and then it'll show up like I was showing you before. Okay, so there's probably been a lot of logging in, logging out, all that different type of stuff. If you get lost, you can always just do this. Sign out of Gallup, sign back in after you've done all these different things. Okay, so once you're signed in, all you have to do is come up here to the top left. It should say good afternoon in your name. You go up to the top left here. You click code management. And again, the ebook should be down here, right here. Okay. If you have not gotten to this point and the 3 solutions I showed you aren't working, then you need to contact customer service. Okay. And you can do that by going to their about page and sending them an email. That's what I did when I was struggling the first time. They actually respond pretty quick. So go ahead and feel free to reach out to them. At this point, okay, we're going to go back. We're at code management. We're going to click on the ebook code right here. And then there's this big green button. It says distribute codes, okay? So we're going to click that. And you can choose how you want to do this. You can email it. You can download it. It doesn't really matter. Email is probably going to be the easiest. And again, you're just going to put in your email here and click save. You'll be brought to this page. Great. Click save. Click email codes. And you're good. But you don't even need to use the email. That's just a nice place to store it. This code right here is the only thing that you actually need. So all you're going to do is you're just going to copy this. So select it, right click it, hit copy, and then we're going to go back and we're going to go to the top right to menu, or the top left, excuse me. You're going to go to the top left, click menu, and we're going to go to redeem access code. And then you're going to paste your code, click continue. Thank you for redeeming, click continue to proceed. And now you are brought to the Take Clifton Strengths Assessment, okay? You don't want to copy it. Even if you've done this test before, we want a new test, go ahead and click Take Clifton Strengths Assessment. Okay, click your language. It'll ask you where you live, fill that out, go ahead and click your consent. Okay, now read these instructions carefully, okay? This is really important. Time out. Really important. Read these instructions carefully, okay? You have 177 paired descriptions, okay? You will have 20 seconds. That's it. 20 seconds. So it'll show you 2 different things. In fact, I'm pretty sure show you an example here. Oh, it's got me in my language again. Okay, here we go. How many times do I gotta tell you guys that my language? Okay, here we go. All right, here's the example, okay? So every question is going to look like this. If you don't answer within 20 seconds, it gets skipped. So you have to answer quick. You can't overthink it. Just kind of go with your gut, okay? I read all the instructions before beginning something, or I jump into things. Now, this is a little deceiving because sometimes the 2 sides of the question are related, but other times they are completely unrelated. It'll be like, I love talking to people, and I enjoy relaxing while watching sports. And you're thinking, those aren't related at all. And so you have 20 seconds to kind of figure out, well, which one is closer to what you are. And if it's neither, if you don't feel like you're one more than the other, then you go ahead and put neutral, okay? But again, these 20 seconds go so fast. They go so fast. So make sure that you aren't overthinking it. You don't want to skip a bunch of questions. You'll kind of get into the flow of it. But if you do, then it can skew your results. But don't worry too much about that, even though I'm telling you to answer quickly. They just don't want you overthinking and overcomplicating. They just want you to go with pretty much your gut reaction. Which one of these two best describes you, and how strongly does that describe you, okay? It takes about 30 minutes. It's not that bad. And let's jump to the end and where you can view your results. All right, now once you've completed the test, this is what you'll see. All you gotta do is click Return to Gallup Access, and this will be your dashboard, so to speak, okay? They're gonna try and upsell you to get their full in-depth report. It's actually pretty interesting. It's 40 bucks extra, I believe. If you want to, you can. You don't have to for this class, but it's interesting. The second time I did the StrengthsFinder, I did pay for that, and it was very insightful, but again, not needed here. What we want to focus on are these top 5 strengths. So what you want to do for the assignment and just the great information and insight is you click this Strengths Insight Guide up here in the top right. And it will load the data. And it will give you your breakdown of each of the top 5 strengths and a description with these little prompts right here. These prompts are similar to the assignment. You obviously don't have to fill them out, but they're good exercises to help you reflect on what you know about yourself and how it connects to these 5 different things. One of the things that I enjoy about the StrengthsFinder is the common threads. Are there patterns in each of these 5 strengths that similar descriptions or things that you can connect in your life linking together? That's one of the greatest insights that you can get from this test. When you access your report, go ahead and click this little down arrow to download to computer so you don't have to go through that process every time you want to read your insights. So just going back here real quick, if you ever lose this page, oh no, where do I go? You can always just come back here, you click Clifton Strengths, and then you'll go here to your summary. You can click on reports, you can download that insight guide, which gives that description that we showed. It'll do themes. So let me show you how to get to your ebook. Again, ideally, what you can do is you just come here from your top left menu right here and click ebook. And then you just download my ebook. And then you can do EPUB or Mobi. Mobi, if you have a Kindle. For everything else, you'll download EPUB. As I mentioned before, you probably have to download a different EPUB reader. Again, if you just Google free EPUB reader, there will be a bunch of different options that you can choose from. And you can read more about your StrengthsFinder there. There's some other information in the textbook that you'll need for your assignment. And all in all, it will benefit you as you learn more about yourself and how your strengths can be applied in the real world. We talk a lot about understanding what we're interested in, understanding what we aren't interested in, figuring out what we're good at, how to leverage our strengths, mitigate our weaknesses, all those different things. And this StrengthsFinder really does put it in a less ambiguous, enigmatic, up in the air, conceptual way, and really narrows in, hey, how is this strength valuable in the workforce? How does that translate to working on a team? How does that translate to problem solving? How does that translate to logistics or creativity or all these different things? And then once you've got your StrengthsFinder, you can basically branch out from there and say, hey, what careers? We use ChatGPT, we use some of these other AI tools to help us explore. So this is just another tool in your tool chest to help you figure out what route you want to go in your career strategy.